So the community is going crazy over this one girl that was in Shigaraki vs. Mahito for like 8 seconds. They're going fucking crazy for her. They made a community just for her. So in the attempt to clickbait, to play the YouTube meta, I'm having the so-called the baddie over in this corner here, in that corner there, or that corner, one of these two corners. I'm having the baddie from Shigaraki Mahito there, and that'll give me the views on YouTube clearly. Anyways, hey guys, James here, and next time I am excited. It is the matchup that we voted for the rematch from the Kickstarter: Master Chief versus Doomslayer. The waiting period already fucking sucks. Good God. This is a matchup I am very excited for. This has been a rematch I've wanted for years. It was the rematch I wanted the most. So I was very excited that it won the poll, and by a landslide too, according to them. So I was very excited about that. The community, like, people have been in like 3 different areas, and I hate all of them, and I want all of these people to die. The first and the most prominent is people joking that Master Chief fucking dies. That joke's been very prevalent. I'm so glad we as a community can still be funny. The joke is very annoying, and like, I guess it also does translate to my the next complaint I have. I think I got something on me. Next complaint I have that people keep saying is that oh, what the fuck? Oh yeah, this is Master Chief, or not Master Chief. This is Doom Guy's revenge. This is Slayer's revenge, which kind of also goes into that, and yeah, it's also fucking irritating. Because it really feels like it's pushing that mentality of people only want Master Chief versus Doomslayer rematch, so Master Chief dies and Doomslayer can get his revenge. Which is not true. I might talk more about that later in this video. But I fucking hate people trying to push that mentality, like that's the only reason why people want it. Fucking hate that. And then the third thing, which there was a lot of this going on when it was announced to be like the poll winner, but as of like the next time, there was like a fair share of it online, but thankfully not. I haven't noticed it too much. Is people whining that we could have had Shadow versus Mewtwo, as if we're starving for more Sonic and Pokemon episodes, and as if we're starving for a 4th fucking Shadow episode. Shadow does not need a 4th episode. We have not had Halo or Doom in 13 years. Those people are the ones that are starving. The FPS gang, they are fucking dying over here. They've been locked in a hot car with no food or water or AC for fucking years. You do not need Shadow versus Mewtwo, man. Thankfully, I haven't noticed that as much, so thank fucking God. I would have been very much irritated if that was the entire waiting period. We still have the other 2 during the waiting period. And my stance on Master Chief vs. Doomslayer is that this was in my top 100 most wanted. I've been wanting this rematch for years, and seeing like, oh hey, we had the possibility to vote for a rematch. You bet your sweet ass I am voting for Master Chief vs. Doomslayer. And like, there's the option to vote too. I also did vote Shadow vs. Mewtwo because most of the options there just I didn't really fuck with. And like, okay, yeah, this is I guess this, sure. I mean, when your options are Shadow vs. Mewtwo and Yang vs. Tifa, I think the option 2 becomes very apparent. So I am very excited about this. I've been wanting this rematch for a while, and it's not because Master Chief fucking dies, because, spoiler alert, I'm rooting for them both here. My route is going for both Master Chief and Doomslayer. I'm not playing a lot of Halo and Doom. I would like to. The original Halo game is like really hard for me to get into. Like, I do not really like the first Halo. I respect it. I do respect it. But it's very, like, sluggish for me. And then the Xbox I had all my save on fucking broke. So I gotta restart from scratch. And some of that stuff I just don't want to do. But regardless, I am rooting for them both. Master Chief is really cool, and yeah, he's definitely like a big icon. He is the Xbox man. And then Doom, I really liked what I played of like Doom 2016. That's also a game I have to beat. So yeah, I'm rooting for them both here. I think they're both really fucking cool. As for Bet, yeah, we'll get to that later, but I am rooting for them both here. I'm very excited to have these two back after fucking 13 years of just them not being here. And this is also something, I've been making this comparison for years, but Link vs. Cloud, no one was complaining about that getting a rematch, when literally everything that people complain about was Doomslayer. You could slap that right on the Link vs. Cloud. The argument of, oh, there's people that only want it for the revenge. You could say the same thing about Link vs. Cloud. The whole, oh, but it's a stomp. You could say the same thing about Link vs. Cloud. Record, it's not as big of a stomp, but it was still like fucking, what, Moon versus Universal? Yeah, Link sure has a fighting fucking chance there, man. It's just like, Jesus Christ. And I'd say, like, Doomslayer was more deserving of a rematch than Link Cloud. Not saying Link vs. Cloud didn't deserve or need a rematch, because fucking hell it did. But Doomslayer, that was done before they could do 3D properly. And that's a fight that really needed to be 3D, because you can go so fucking hard with it. And with their current budget, honestly, with the current quality, they've been hitting out of the park each time. With their current quality, fuck yeah, that really needed the rematch and the more up-to-date standard for how the animation could go. Link Cloud, that at least got to be 3D. I understand why they did that one first. That was the very first ever 3D fight, and they did that in the Legacy season. So I understand why they did that one first, or at least why they did that one then. But I feel like trying to make all these arguments against Doomslayer, but then you don't have these issues with Link vs. Cloud, very hypocritical and stupid. And I might as well, like, address some of these issues. So the first one is, like, oh, people only want for the revenge. No. Not everyone is, like, the people from, like, fucking 5 years ago. This is not only requested for the Slayer revenge. This was highly requested for a rematch for years because of the animation. Like I said, they did the first fight before they could do 3D, so yeah, now that they can do 3D and can do really good 3D, yeah, that's definitely something we want to see rematched. And then the other thing is, like, it's a stomp, and my response to that is, so fucking what? We have so many matchups that are stomps that people highly request, and so many episodes that are stomps that are fucking bangers. Hell, Ash vs. Yugi, a highly requested matchup that does suck ass for other reasons. I keep bringing this up. I should not be. That's a stomp and a half. Ash is fucking dead. He has no arguments there. And like an episode that we just got, Shigaraki versus Mahito, it's a stomp, but the episode's like one of their best in the whole show. Like, the whole argument is stomp mean bad. That argument should be dead fucking years ago. The only times where I say, yeah, stomp bad is when it's like something that's played into it. Something like SpongeBob versus Aquaman, where, yeah, that's a stomp. Like, it being a stomp sucked because the animation played into that, which hurt the overall episode. As long as Doomslayer doesn't do that, which I doubt they're going to do, it being a stomp is not a good enough argument to signify calling it bad. Another one I hear is, like, it has no connections, and just, like, look on the fucking wiki. They list the connections right there, man. It's just a tippity-tap Google search away. I spent like all this time rambling and not what I normally talk about for these videos. Yeah, the arguments against Doomslayer is bad. It's just all around bad. If it's just a case of, like, you don't vibe with it, that's fine enough. Fair. I can't argue with that there. You just don't vibe with it. Or if you have, like, a preference. That is also fair. I think just making up these issues is just annoying. It's just as annoying as, like, saying, it's time for Master Chief's funeral! Like, yeah. Anyways, what do I want from the fight? That's mainly what my predictions are. Just, what cool shit do I want to see them do in the animation? I think, like, the first thing I really want is for it to kind of start with an FPS type thing. We haven't had a first-person shooter episode since Trace vs. Scout. And then the last one before that was Master Chief versus Doom Guy. So, yeah, kind of like a first person shot type thing. That would be pretty cool. I need a drink. I mean, you might see me take a look. And maybe having it start with that as it leads up to the two meeting, and then the fight starts there. As for why the fight starts, I have my phone with like a general idea, but like Chief points a gun at Slayer to identify himself, and Slayer, being Slayer, just starts to rip and tear. You could have the fight maybe on like a space station, some facility where demons are, or alien, like the aliens in Halo games. You could do something like that. I don't think this is one where you really need like a super deep reason for them to start fighting, but yet something that could work. As for like things I'd like to see like the fight start with, I mainly want to start with a gunfight. Just the two fighting from afar with their firearms, and like it mainly starts with that. And then like as the fight progresses, like include their other type of material they got. So like at some point maybe Chief could activate like his camouflage, get up close for like a sneak attack with his combat knife, and then you could have a brief little knife fight with Chief using the combat knife and Slayer using his what the hell is it called, Doomblade. I think that could be pretty cool. Like what I mostly want here is a gunfight, because we have not really had a gunfight in fucking. How long has it been? Hold on, I'm gonna look at the wiki, because the last I can think of is Red Winter, but I know we have one. We've had one since that. What fucking god? Hold on. Shit. Wait, when was the last time we had a gunfight? No shot. It was Red Winter. Bonwick, but that one also had a bunch of like funny little gadgets and gizmos. So, shit, the last one before that might have actually been Red Winter. I don't know, but good old-fashioned gunfight. Record, a lot of these guns pack more of a punch, but I guess it's also kind of similar to Bonwick, only less straight tier and more so like I want them like blowing shit up. You can also incorporate like grenades and shit. You can maybe also have okay, it would be cool if Cortana could like hack Slayer's suit to like stop him from moving, and then Slayer just comes out ass naked and starts fighting from there. But I don't know how good would they be at creatively censoring his dick? I don't know how good they would be at doing that, but anyways, like I have a lot of like their different equipments utilized in the fight. Like I forgot to pull up I should have pulled up the fucking. Hold on. I'm not prepared for these things. I'm not gonna pause it. You're gonna have to sit there and watch me pull up wikis that you're not even seeing, because I said so, and you can't make me. You can't stop me. You can't stop me. I'm not going to list off like all the specific fucking guns that Chief has, because he has a lot. He has all sorts of different like rocket launchers, shotguns, rifles, pistols, yada yada, and then all sorts of like alien type guns, which yeah, you could definitely utilize that in the fight. That'd be pretty cool. And Slayer, he has his weapon selection's a bit normal in comparison, like pistol, shotgun, chainsaw, super shotgun. Ballista, hellshot, heavy cannon, like all sorts of firearms. You can have them like duck and cover. I'm losing tabs. Have them like duck and like use like shit around the area as like duck and cover as they fight, and also include like some of their more out there technology and gadgets and gizmos. Like the there was one like the radar jammer maybe. Or, you could have, like, fucking Slayer throw some sort of, like bomb type thing, some explosive, and then you can have Master Chief use the bubble shield to defend against it. Maybe while in the shield, he can use one of his healing items. I think he has a healing thing. I don't know if that could be used alongside the bubble shield regenerator. Don't know if that could be used alongside it. But, you can do shit like that. You can also maybe have Chief use his shield, run in, and get like some close-up shots against Slayer. I just want a lot of cool gunfights. I just want the fight to go hard visually. That's like the main thing I want from this fight. I'll just be happy if we have a really cool fucking fight with this one. Just a lot of gunfight and, you know, a lot of creative uses with their different arsenals. I'm not good at, like, not scripting shit. Have you ever figured that out? Like, if I write it down, yeah, I can do pretty good, but, you know, talking about it, that's where the issue. But also, like, with their AIs, I don't know if they'll get, like, a voice actor for Slayer, but you can have, like, the AIs also be part of the fight, Cortana and Vega. You can have them be interacting and like, trying to hack the other. You can definitely show, like, how Cortana is superior to Vega when it comes to, like, hacking shit. I don't know, that'd be pretty cool. I don't know why I just did something, I don't know what I did on my phone. I feel like that could be pretty cool. And, like, at some, like, leading up to the kill, I want them to just, like, they lose majority of, like, their firearms, or they just completely run out. So I decided to just go have it be a blade fight between the what the fuck is it called? The energy sword and the crucible. Like, just a cool fucking sword fight between the two blades. That'd be really cool. As it, like, leads up to, like, a sword struggle. As the two are, like, trying to overpower the other. And then, like, leading up to it, if Master Chief wins, you can have him use kind of like a bit of a reference to the to how the first episode ended, where you can have him use a plasma grenade, slap that onto Slayer, and then use his shield to, like, brace for impact as it blows up, destroying Slayer. And you can also maybe have it break the shield and show Master Chief very visibly really weakened, but just surviving. How he kind of had to use more so intelligence and creativity to win the battle. And then if Slayer wins, and like both of these, I kind of think it, I don't know how possible it could be, but like a FPS type view for like both of these was the winner's perspective of like doing that final hit. But then if Slayer wins, you can have him overpower Chief and like slash through the chest piece on the armor and like create a big gash on it. And then he uses that to like grab a hold of the armor and like rip it open and have like a glory kill type thing from the Doom games where he like rips Master Chief in half. I don't know how likely they could do that, you know, because this is definitely going to be 3D and model limitations, obviously. But if they could do something like that, that would be really cool. And as for who wins, yeah, Slayer, but it's not as much of a, this is a one-side stomp as people are making it out to be. Yeah, Slayer wins, but it's not like Chief doesn't have advantages. It's much like Shigaraki versus Mahito, where Mahito does have advantages, but he still fucking loses. Just to get like stats out of the way for both. So for, oh yeah, also this, I should bring up this. There is like a 12D argument for Master Chief. I don't know the context for it, and quite frankly, I don't want to look to see what the context is. There's a Google Doc. I'm not reading that because it's probably bull. And I've had my fill of people arguing fucking dimensional tiering and not understanding what the hell any of it means. So we're just not gonna look at that. We're gonna pretend that doesn't exist right now because no, it's probably not legit anyways. But for Master Chief, when it comes to stats, he survived a nuke that was stated to have a 30 megaton yield, so that's like a city? It's city or small city. So, okay, yeah, that's city. And then the compositor digitized the majority of New Phoenix along with 6 million people in about a minute, and it's been calced to 3 to 10.89 megatons of TNT. So, small city is a city. Pretty easy to argue there. And regarding speed, there's been a couple of times where characters have moved on par with lasers. I did write down some characters evading a move in tandem with lasers that travel at the speed of light. Kelly evading lasers from Onyx Sentinel drones, and Arbiter moving in tandem with Spartan lasers. So, speed of light, roughly, yeah. For Master Chief, as far as I'm aware, none of these like have been specifically calced, but speed of light, yeah, that seems pretty fine. As for Slayer, he was able to kill the Icon of Sin, which made this giant storm. That got calced to 655.678 megatons of TNT. So, in the calculable ends, he's already stronger than Chief. And for speed, evaded meteors from the Icon of Sin, which got to Mach 32. Speed-wise, Chief is surprisingly way faster. Though there is a light speed argument of Murder reacting to every weapon Slayer fires at him to, block it. And there is a microwave beam that you can use. But as far as I'm aware, and if anyone wants to correct me on this, the only way to get the microwave beam at that point is with modding, so I don't know how, legit this feat can really be. So it's either just Chief is faster, or they are relative in speed. Though regardless, Slayer is stronger with the calculable ends. But Slayer is one of those characters where you do have to look into the lore. Where, I specifically have the G1 blog that was made in 2023 for some of the lore stuff. But there's this one character, Davif, who Slayer should scale to, as I think he killed him, or at least beat him in a fight. Where he has a bunch of, I think it's uni to multi shit with a bunch of cosmic feats. If you want more detail on them, and if I remember to, I will link the G1 blog in the description. It is from 2023, so slightly outdated, but all the points there probably should still be fine. But there's a bunch of stuff let me see if I can just skim this. Directly told new reality sprang up around Davif at the beginning of creation due to his interference. Straight up called a higher dimensional being, beyond boundaries of the universe, mortal plane, described to be how transit, There's a bunch of shit that's there's multiple paragraphs, and Doomslayer is able to kick his ass, so yeah. So you need a multi for Slayer with the lore shit, though it doesn't matter regardless. And there is immeasurable or infinite speed arguments for Slayer, but as far as I'm aware, they've been bunked. Because it's, I have them written down. I think. Okay, so Winged Seraphs, Winged Across Creation. Though the Winged Seraph have been shown to have spatial warping. So it's kind of we don't really know how they did it. So they could just warp there. It's something along those lines. How much more viable? How much creation was traversed. So the immeasurable arguments for Slayer kind of shaky in all those regards. So it's either Slayer is just stronger no matter what. But Master Chief is either relative in speed, or more likely will be the case, is faster than Slayer. So, can he do anything with the speed? Well, there is a gun in Halo. That's, let me see if, the Incineration Cannon, which in-game is described, some sort of game description is described to have antimatter. So, if he has a Dura-negging option, and he is much faster, then he can, negate Dura, and, just blow up, just negate, Slayer's existence, basically. Problem is, with the, negating shit, the Dura-negging, the antimatter, is that all we have, really, to compare is gameplay feats. Gameplay shit that, the cannon doesn't, destroy a car. It doesn't erase its existence. It doesn't destroy its matter. So it most likely is not a Dura-negging option. But with this in mind, all Chief really needs, if he keeps the speed advantage, is Dura-negging. That's really all he needs. So if they find some sort of Dura-neg thing in a novel that no one really checked, there is an argument to be made for Chief winning. Again, I'm not saying he does win. I'm just saying there is that possibility. My bet will be on Slayer, but it's not a complete fucking shit stomp like a lot of people are trying to make it out to be. So, yeah, there's that. Just find him a Dura-negging option. And like Chief does have other advantages. He generally has a much larger arsenal in comparison to in the Slayer. Record Slayer's arsenal is generally better despite being smaller, but he still has more, like, a larger pool of firepower to pull from. And I mentioned this earlier, but when it comes to AI, Cortana is just the superior AI. So, and I wrote down a couple of reasons why, but was able to hack a 128,000 bit modulating encryption key in a short time frame. And I think the blog kind of gave a description of the universe would fucking implode before counting something like that. I don't know. I'm lazy. But it's like massively faster than light plus, and transferred her body across interstellar distances. So she is massively faster than light plus. And she could hack Slayer's suit, as it has been hacked before, and could just, lock him in place. Though, since, Slayer I don't think his weapons are like connected to his suit. He could just come out ass naked, grab his shit, and just start fighting from there. So it's not like a big thing that's gonna really stop Slayer or turn the tides in the Chief's favor. But there is arguments to be made. Like, I am very much annoyed that people are just, like, saying that Slayer has nothing. He has no chance, when, like, there are advantages. He does have advantages. I'm not saying he wins. I am saying, though, that he has advantages that people are just fucking ignoring. And, like, I had this conversation with someone, and I literally just listed out all the advantages he has, and then they just fucking said, the only advantage he has is intelligence. It's just like, okay, ignore everything I just fucking said. That works, I guess. Jesus. But for this episode, I am very excited. I am super excited for this episode. I hope this episode goes fucking hard. I am rooting for both. My bet will be on Slayer. I am excited for the episode. I hope it goes hard. And as for next time, I feel like it's, I was saying this last time, but it's either something new or Wiley versus Tom. It does show there's not a pattern. It's not going to be like unrevealed, revealed, unrevealed, revealed. But for the next time, I'm hoping it's something that hasn't been revealed yet. Like, not saying like the ones that we still have on the horizon are not bangers. Because some of them are bangers. We got Wiley Tom, we got Ruby Maka. Like, I'm fucking excited for those. No, excuse me. Also go, Kyle vs. Simone. But every next time has been either something we already knew or was kind of obvious. Because, like, Jorno Joker, we all knew that was coming. Ben kind of gave away among guys, and then Ghost Spawn Rider, that got confirmed at MagFest, so that wasn't really a surprise to the people that were in the know. So I'm hoping next time is something that has not been revealed yet. That would be pretty cool. I would like another surprise, please. And if it's not something like that, my only guess can really be Wiley Tom. Record, I didn't expect we'd be getting Chief Slayer this soon. I thought that would be like a late this year or at some point next year type thing, considering it was voted on. But I mean, hey, this team is fucking wild. Like Moro made, like, I think he said, like, it takes him about 1 to 2 months to finish a hand-drawn episode. So, for all we know, we might get a third hand-drawn one later this year. We might, fingers crossed, Ori Knight, but yeah, I hope this episode is great. I am super excited for it. I did kind of wish it was something we didn't know already, but hey, at least it's one of the good matchups. It's one of the, like, really good matchups, too. I hope the episode goes hard. I am very much excited, and I hope this waiting period isn't going to be the most obnoxious fucking shit ever. But, yeah. Base.